Hello and happy Friday, everybody. First of all, just wanted to reiterate how wonderful it's been over this past week to begin meeting together in person. We regathered for worship this past Sunday and then again on Ash Wednesday, and I'm very much looking forward to being together again in person and seeing more of you in person this coming Sunday at Tacoma Park Seventh-day Adventist, where we meet. The other thing that I wanted to update you on is the beginning of a new sermon series, which we are starting this Sunday. As a part of our focus at Church of the Advent on discipleship, we're going to be doing a series all the way through Lent called Emotionally Healthy Spirituality. And that series is in part based on and inspired by this book, Emotionally Healthy Spirituality, written by Pete Scazzero. And some of you have read this book, and I've read it multiple times. We've taken our leadership through this, and we've had small groups do this book. But I really feel that it's important that as a church we do this and explore these themes together, our whole congregation moving through it together. So the vision for this series is that we basically go chapter by chapter, theme by theme. And my plan is to preach on passages that complement the material in the book. So you can technically just listen to the sermons and don't have to read the book, but I think you're going to get a lot more out of it if you buy the book and follow along. So it's called Emotionally Healthy Spirituality by Pete Scazzero. Make sure you get the updated, the most recent edition. And so our small groups are going to be focusing on this. If you've already gone through this, and if you're not part of a small group, I would encourage you maybe to reach out to one or two people who haven't yet read the book and then go through it again with them. Because my hope is that this starts conversations in our church that last far beyond Lent, that shape how we think about discipleship. Because emotional health, emotional maturity, of all of the different ways that we talk about discipleship, this is probably the most important and least talked about aspect of discipleship. The truth is, you cannot have spiritual maturity if you are emotionally immature. And so as I've been praying about our church, and especially over this last year, to be totally honest, I have felt very strongly that this is where we need to be focusing on right now in our community. So I pray that this blesses you. This is some hard content, so I encourage you to pray yourself and to ask God to work in and through you. This Sunday we're going to kick it off by looking at the life of Saul and seeing what emotionally unhealthy spirituality looks like in the life of this once great king. And we'll see what happens in some of the patterns that develop in his life that end up wrecking a lot of relationships, including his relationship with the Lord. So I'm praying for you. I'm thankful for you. I love you. God bless you. And God willing, I'll see you Sunday.